taking spots on your zone every day.
Dude, the world is on fire. 90% of my kitty cat tokens are down. 90%. Japan is down too? Shit, how much of Japan am I holding? I don't see it on Binance, dude. Are you sure that's a token? Of the country? Dude, I don't care about the country, man. I'm talking about crypto.
Yo, Pat. You said you wanted to talk, bro? Oh, shit.
You know that crypto dip you told me to buy, Blake?
Yeah?
Yeah, well, it kept fucking dipping, and I kept fucking buying like you told me to.
I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, and now I'm down 80% on all my positions, and my rent's due in 2 days, and I have no money in my bank.
Bro, what are you talking about? You're literally driving a Lambo, dog.
You know it's rented, Blake.
Oh, my God.
I'll return it tomorrow morning.
Jesus Christ, bro. I'm sorry. All right, but the bull run's literally already over, dude. You should have taken profits. I don't know what to tell you, bro.
What the fuck did you just say?
So the bull run's over, bro.
What do you mean the bull run's over? You're fucking over! You're over!
I hate when people say soul season this, we have a meme super cycle. I was talking to this one guy and he said, oh, Trump coin was gonna save the market. Brother, have you seen what's been going on? We have every celebrity launching meme coins. Sol is damn near close to $200 fucking dollars. For fuck's sakes! My mom texted me about fucking Trump coin. I can't believe all these people saying, oh, Sol's gonna bounce back here. This and that. Like, shut the fuck up. If I hear this one more fucking time, I'm gonna take a dildo and shove it up your ass, you fucking dickhead. We are going to zero, goddammit.
I recently came to the realization that I don't actually need therapy. I just need a bad bitch. I just need a bad bitch. And the only way to get a bad bitch is with slightly bigger muscles and more money. That's what's been stopping me. The key to happiness this whole time has been vanity and materialism. I've been worrying about things like intimacy, finding like-minded individuals, and meaningful work, when really, I just needed to start taking steroids and doing summer sales. Because that's what other people look for and desire in a partner, is money and slightly bigger muscles.
Fuck ISIS! Fuck terrorists! Fuck turbans! Fuck everybody! I hate all you motherfuckers! We're fucking Americans! That means nobody fucking stops us! We want our dick sucked, we get our dick sucked! That's what an American does! Ask the fucking pilgrims! Fuck 9/11! Fuck 9/11! It'll never happen again! We're America! You don't ever have to be afraid again! Fuck Obama! Fuck them all! We're Americans, you son of a bitch! Grab your guns! Go shoot somebody!
These Nazi blood-sucking anti-American parasites that want to make you and your family slaves know that we are standing up against them, and we are red-blooded, and we are not slaves, and we are not bowing down to them. I'm not bowing down. I'm at the tip of the spear. I get death threats every day. And you know what? I am honored to be who I am. I'm honored to just be an average person that stood up 15 years ago and said, I'm going to defend the Republic. I'm going to defend the family. I'm going to defend the Second Amendment. I'm going to fight against abortion. I'm going to see what happens when I really take action. And we have laid waste to the enemy. If you simply unloose yourselves and become the leaders you are, we will sweep this scum into the gutter. We will defeat the New World Order. We will crush the tyranny. Second hour, straight ahead. Stay with us.
And when I was like 12, 13, I was banging some of that black pussy. Because it's all pink in the middle. There you go.
What about Indian?
Damn right. Yeah, good stuff. I never banged an Indian. But bend over right here. I'll fuck you right
Hey, you keep telling me how cute I am, this shit might go down.
I ain't his dudes, I'll be honest with you. But you do have pretty eyes.
Bring me 15 hookers now and get the drugs ready and take me to the private island. Get the
Going to the gym, and my son will be downstairs working out. I come in, he look at me, rolls eyes, and go upstairs. I go upstairs, he'll leave. I said, I will get home. I said, yo, what's up? He said, I don't need everybody being my friend because you my father and all that shit, man. I say, yo, my nigga, like, you know I'm some cool nigga, right? You know I'm some extra, like, fly, cool nigga, right? I talk to this nigga like...
Glasses on, told him pick a pill, shit is red or blue. I told all the ops to eat shit and get cancer too. Bobby got that cell phone stick, you better answer, dude. My wife got a body on that bitch, is she a dancer too? It's Big Hank, fuck they talking about? Fuck a money sprint, I cannot hold it, it's a large amount. Bobby got his purse, but he dropped it and the perks fell out. Hit his head, told him it's some shit he should have thought about.
She calls America evil. From her iPhone while sipping Starbucks, on an airplane, with Wi-Fi, while watching TV. She drinks oat milk because regular milk makes her feel colonial. She got 8 COVID shots, still caught it, and blamed the unvaccinated waiter. She has a Ukraine flag in her bio. She thinks Ukraine is a clothing brand. She says Black Lives Matter, but still clutches her bag in certain neighborhoods. She used to be vegan, now she's carnivore. Depends on who she's dating. She thinks all cops are bad, then called the cops because someone wasn't wearing a mask. She says she's a feminist until she needs a jar opened. She says, trust the science, but thinks there's more than 2 genders. She got the booster, then posted a selfie with doing my part while spreading COVID in Tulum. She drinks ayahuasca for trauma she invented last year. She says she hates capitalism, but charges $499 for Zoom breathwork. She posts about toxic masculinity from her ex's apartment.
Don't gamble. Oh yeah, don't gamble money that you can. Man. I mean, unless it's a lock. There's no such thing as a lock. Unless it's a lock. If it's a lock, oh my God, it's a little different.
Stop gambling, alright? You're one spin away from generational wealth. Your daughter's college tuition is one spin away. Put your life savings on black. Remember that. Just go to Vegas, and if you lose, just keep getting loans. Remember this. Just keep spinning, keep gambling, keep gambling. You can't lose. You literally can't lose. You can only quit.
Nobody knows about that fucking degenerate life when you're fucking down 40,000 and you battle the fuck back. You say, you know what? You know what? I'm a fucking strong, independent man. And you're not gonna tell me I should go to bed. I'm gonna battle the fuck back. And I'm gonna fucking get my money back. And guess what? I got my motherfucking money back. That's right.
Money when you buy. You don't make money when you sell. Every time the world goes tits up and everything goes fucked up, I smile because days like today are days I've made money. I'm actually cash poor. First time in my life I'm poor. I have like 100 grand for the weekend. That's it. But it's fine because I know in the future, Jah will bless me and I might have to buy another 812 super fast. Anyway, point is, if you're watching this and you have any kind of money, don't be a bitch. Scared money doesn't make money. Invest it.
Of the day is cash. Every day, cream. Cash rules everything around me. I'm flexing. It's Friday in the Lambo. About to go spend $1,000 on dinner. Spend $20,000 in the club. fuck 3 bitches, and I'll wake up tomorrow richer than I woke up today.
Can't catch me. I'm the fastest thing alive. I was thinking about why so many in the radical left participate in speed running. Huh? The reason is the left's lack of work ethic. What? Go fast rather than do it right. And in a Petersonian sense... Petersonian? To elevate alternative sexual archetypes in the marketplace. Fastest hedgehog. Shadow, what the fuck are you talking about? You're a beta male, Sonic.
I know what it's like, baby. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I know what it's like, baby. See some titties in the club, you know what I'm saying? And I got one thing to say to you, baby. Let's get them fucking titties jumping out the fucking club, girl. Come on. Somebody take your titties out. Somebody take your titties out, yeah. Somebody take your titties out, yeah. No. Somebody take your titties out, no. Oh, yeah. Somebody take your titties out. Fucking titties, I know, yeah. I know, yeah. Let me suck them titties, baby. Oh, yeah. Let me suck them titties, baby. Let me suck them titties, baby. I know. Suck them titties on the west side. Suck them titties on the breast side. Best titties I ever had. Oh, let me suck them titties right now. From the night turning down, girl. Suck one, maybe two. And damn boy gone. Yeah. Let me suck them titties, baby. Oh, yeah. Let me suck them titties, baby. Let me suck.
Asset. Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best. There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? Right? There's no second best. Okay. But take all your money, buy Bitcoin, then take all your time, figure out how to borrow more money to buy more Bitcoin, then take all your time and figure out what you can sell to buy Bitcoin. And if you absolutely love the thing that you don't want to sell it, go mortgage your house and buy Bitcoin with it. And if you've got a business that you love because your family works for the business that's in your family for 37 years and you can't bear to sell it, mortgage it, finance it, and convert the proceeds into the hardest money on earth.
What is going on, you guys? It is Dollar Cost Crypto here with Ask Me Anything 113, baby. Sheesh. What's going on live from Miami? Why in crypto is correct, man. This bull run is going to change lives. Absolutely, man. Hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Yeah, we just finished Fresh and Fit yesterday. Money Mondays. We got some really interesting calls, actually. Bro, save us. I will, dog. Don't even worry about that. I ain't worried, man. I'm buying more crypto right now. That's what I'm doing. But I wanted to share something. I don't know if you guys had caught this and stuff. So we were on Fresh and Fit yesterday, right? And we were getting some pretty fucking funny troll calls. So we were answering questions on Fresh and Fit AMA. Live calls like we always do. I mean, we're the only, the Crypto Mindset course is the only thing that's actually done live. We have other than the beginning, other than some get started webinars and how to make a wallet webinars. Everything else is absolutely live. We on average do about 4 to 5 hours every webinar. So about 8 hours of live content for weeks on end. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So we had somebody call in saying he was in Bitcoin in 2008. 2008. This is how, when you get in the crypto mindset course, this is how you learn. You know that's bullshit. You know that's bullshit, dogs. You know that's bullshit. Because when we teach you guys, we teach you guys the vernacular, we teach you what's going on in the space. You figure out real quick who's fucking bullshitting or not. But I'll play a little bit. I don't know. This just cracked me up. Oh my god.
Idiot, the first caller.
It's all good.
Incredible.
But you know,
wait, let me make sure I'm sharing audio real quick. No, I was in Bitcoin since 2004, dog. Horrible, fucking horrible.
That's a good sign. People that don't want to buy, perfect.
Exactly.
Stay over there.
Yeah.
We'll buy.
It's a problem when everybody says like, "Oh yeah, everybody has to get."
Ooh, peep the cashmere suit, dog. Sheesh. What are we talking about, man? Fresh to death on this one, motherfucker. I was getting compliments all over the place, man. I was getting stopped everywhere, man. This white cashmere was fucking out here, son. I got to give myself a fucking Pepe for this cashmere. Dog, if I could find a Pepe pocket square, sir, I would pay I'd pay like $200 for that fucking pocket square if I could find it. Sheesh. Charlie 2's looking fresh too, man. Shit, new suit jackets, man. We looking nice, man.
Get into it. And like the top of the market is usually
people
close.
like that be out there so that they don't buy. It's perfect.
Yeah. I know on which side he is. And it's the side of being wrong.
That's cool, bro.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Yeah. But hey, let him be.
All right, who's up next?
All right, 3693. You are up. 3693.
Bro, I'm not gonna hold you. That's by me to buy more Bitcoin.
Hey,
literally, bro.
I felt you won't believe, man. Myron's going to buy more crypto now. He's exploring into actually buying more. I had more time, more actual altcoins now. Fresh is completely all in right now. He's fucking going in. A lot of the Fresh and Fit crew are also buying. So, man, shout out to everyone in Miami.
I'm now.
Yeah.
I felt like I had more time. We're so early now.
I got scared.
Yeah,
at
you
a
need
convention.
idiots like that, bro. That's how you make money is off idiots like that.
Yep. All right, here we go.
3693, sir.
What's up, man?
Hello, Myron, sir. Myron, my name is Baljit from India. I have a serious dilemma. I need your opinion on.
Right, next caller.
No, Myron, please, Myron.
Please, Myron, please. This is like the highlight for me, the funniest shit.
Bro, I'm not gonna hold you. That's by me to buy more Bitcoin. Literally, bro.
I felt like I had more time now.
Yeah.
I felt like I had more time. We're so early now.
I got scared.
Yeah,
at
you
a
need
convention.
idiots like that, bro. That's how you make money is off idiots like that.
Yep. All right, here we go.
3693, sir.
Please, Myron.
What's up, man?
Hello, Myron, sir. Myron, my name is Baljit from India. I have a serious dilemma. I need your opinion on.
All right, go ahead, next caller.
No, Myron, please, Myron.
All right. 3206, you're up. 3206, you're up.
Hey, man, eat for effort, bro.
3206.
Dude, this shit, when I heard that dude's talking, dog, oh my God. Let's see if I can find the right one. Is it this one? Let me see. All I heard was this shit right here, man. This is who wanted your data from Coinbase, you guys. Dog. This is what we call a colonic shake. I'm like, Oh my god, he has the fucking chancla. No, I didn't see that. This, you want to know who's stealing your crypto? Who's trying to steal? It's this guy right here. Coinbase support. Meow, 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 meow. The reason we're not accepting crypto this fucking quarter is because of the Pajit right here. Me, please, Madden. Please, Madden. Fucking horrible. Oh, who needs no Ozempic when you got that shit, dog? Fuck, that's funny. Let me see if I can get you the oh man. So when we're on Fresh and Fit, right? We got a massive hater. What a dumb motherfucker, man. Maybe I should wait for Charlie. I guess Charlie said he was gonna come on here and shit, but like, damn, this guy was fucking stupid.
You are up 3820.
I literally thought this was Peter T. I mean, not Peter T. I thought this was like, you know,
All right.
Peter
What's up, man?
Schiff's.
Hello?
Can't hear nothing. 3820.
What's up, man? Yo, you're coming in really low, bro.
Hey, can you hear me?
Now we can.
Yeah, we
Go
can
ahead.
go, yeah.
What's your question?
Hey, I just need to tell you guys, bro, that crypto is a giant scam. Okay. You guys are wasting your fucking money. Is the big money buying crypto?
Yes. Yes, the biggest
Hell
bank in the
nah.
world is buying Bitcoin.
Are the central banks buying crypto?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
No, they're not. They're buying
Yes,
gold.
they are.
That's what they're fucking buying. The whole point of Bitcoin is to get all you idiots to put your expendable money into instead of buying gold.
This motherfucker was wrong on all fucking counts. Countries are not buying them. Yes, they are. Central banks are not buying them. Yes, they are. Banks are buying. No, yes, they are. It is a scam. That's a fucking lie. No major institutions buying. All of them are buying. Like, I've never heard a caller come in be so fucking wrong. Like, to an absolute point. And of course, he's a fucking faggot gold guy. Because he's like, gold's going to take... He was even siding with China. He was even siding with China, dog. You know he lost his life savings in Shiba, dog. You know that.
When all that shit resets, China's going to have all the gold, and America's going to be fucked. And they're doing that shit on purpose to try to fuck Americans.
Another China cuck. Another China cuck.
All right.
Oh, no, America's so weak.
So, question for you, bro.
No. I'm not being a China cook.
You just said
This is a globalist plan. They're trying to get all you fucking guys to put your money into Bitcoin. And at the end of the day, it's gonna fucking tank.
Bro,
your best bet is to buy gold.
Trump
has both. But China
Gold
owns all the
and
gold.
crypto.
Bro.
How much gold do you have, man?
How much gold do I have?
Yeah.
What does it matter? That doesn't matter.
Shawty, you should own all your assets
That's
in
the
gold.
That's the feminist
you don't
fucking
even have
Chinese
gold?
Mandarin, dog.
You don't even
Stop
have
internalizing what I'm telling you. It's the fucking truth.
Hold on, bro. So let me get this straight. It's such the truth that you don't even have it?
Have
Can you imagine in 2025, you have time on a Monday afternoon to call in to 4 very successful people to ask them advice about either cryptocurrency, investing, networking, and instead you choose to berate us about talking about fucking gold, which just barely pumped. I'm happy for the pumper, just like I'm happy for XRPA. You guys have been suffering for a long time, like Jews in the fucking desert for 40 fucking years. You deserve a pump, but Jesus Christ, man. It's like when Peter Schiff, all he does is talk about gold, and come to find out, he only 5% of his fucking portfolio is in gold. 5%. Like, I don't think there is a large amount of lack of self. I don't know whether it's like self-realization or introspection that they sound retarded. Like, imagine this, you guys. Buy crypto. Imagine I'm a channel called Dollar Cost Crypto. I have a cryptocurrency course. I teach a bunch of students to buy in DCA. and I own no crypto. Can you imagine? I've been YouTubing about crypto for God knows like what almost 6 years, and I hold. Miguel, how much crypto do you own? I got like 5% of my portfolio in gold or in fucking crypto. Could you imagine? Like I spend every day streaming, tweeting, retweeting, memeing about crypto. How much crypto do you own? None. And then I call into like some financial show on stocks. Hey, yo, you guys, all this shit's a scale. This gave me so much hope to know that there's still time. There's still time. We're going to make a fortune, you guys. When idiot motherfuckers like this is who buys the tops. Their wealth gets given to us.
What?
Gold.
You don't even have gold.
How do you know how much gold I have?
You would have immediately told us if you did, which leads me to believe with common sense you don't have any.
What does that make a difference if I have 1 ounce or a fucking kilogram? What difference does it matter?
Because that clearly shows that you don't
That's
even.
what I'm telling you.
Because you don't even believe in your
rhetoric. They don't
rhetoric.
give a fuck about Bitcoin.
Because you don't even believe in your
They're trying to buy gold and they're trying to get all the fucking idiots out there to buy Bitcoin. There's no utility behind it.
This just tells me there's way more bull market left because this sentiment is
then you need a government jurisdiction to fucking pass a law to say, yeah, we're going to accept Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever the fucking crypto is.
You can buy Bitcoin anywhere in the world. That's actually wrong too. You can buy crypto in now. The legality of it, sure, but people are using crypto in North Korea, in Iraq, in Iran. They're using it all over the planet, in Australia, in Switzerland, in America. It is. You really want to know Mr. Worldwide? Mr. Worldwide is cryptocurrency. It is open 365, 24/7, all year, every day. DGK never turns off. It is available always and forever. Retard.
All that shit's a fucking scam.
Okay.
Bro, Bitcoin was created by Satoshi Nakamoto. If you Google what Satoshi Nakamoto translates, it's literally Central Origin Intelligence. It's a fucking scam.
All right. Let me ask you this, bro. So if it's a scam, right, and everything else like that, and gold is the future, you don't even hold gold.
I'm not saying it's the future. I'm saying when the monetary system resets, everything gets revalued from gold, not from fucking Bitcoin.
So
everything gets revalued
let me ask
from
you this
gold.
then, bro.
1 ounce of gold is going to be probably 100 G.
Yo, you're saying that Bitcoin is a scam, but we got central banks investing in it, real estate investors investing in it, all the major banks are investing in it.
BlackRock, which is the largest, most powerful financial institution on the planet, essentially the charge of all the boomer wealth, is buying it, and currently dumping Bitcoin profits into Ethereum right now. If I'm guilty of anything, I'm scamming people into wealth.
All the biggest investors are investing in it.
That's crazy.
Fortune 500 companies are investing in it.
They're fucking allowing the people who have accounts with the various
you
banks.
have the state of Arizona and you have the state of New Hampshire that allow you to buy Bitcoin with the state.
He's like, la, 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 I can't hear you. La, la, la.
All the biggest investors are investing in it.
They're not investing in it. They're fucking allowing the people who have accounts with the various
you
banks.
have the state of Arizona and you have the state of New Hampshire that allow you to buy Bitcoin with the state treasury,
no central bank is fucking buying Bitcoin, bro.
Yes, they
if
are.
you listen, we will teach you that you are wrong, but you don't want to listen.
Hey, if you were a billionaire, right, and you try to go buy $100 million worth of gold, you know what would happen? The fucking owners of the monetary system will say, get the fuck out of here. You're not buying that much gold because we want.
And this doesn't even make sense. He was literally a proponent for gold. So he just said gold is dog shit because you can't buy any. Yes, you fucking can. This guy is fucking. He just like literally shit on his whole thing about gold right now. He does sound like a little cholo from the street calling in. It's true. Dumb, ignorant motherfuckers. I remember this dumb, ignorant motherfucker from El Salvador telling me Bitcoin and shit was bullshit. And literally the next week after that, El Salvador, it becomes legal currency in El Salvador. The president of El Salvador starts buying Bitcoin every week. I fucking was laughing because he was like a super pro. You know, he's one of these El Salvadorians, super pro Salvadorian. But man, this crypto shit's a scam, dog. I'm not buying any of this crap. This and this. you know, you understand like El Salvador is really making its turns, and then fucking El Salvador goes 100% Bitcoin. I fucking was losing my mind laughing, dog. I laughed in this motherfucker's face so fucking hard, dog.
Look, Clarence, mate, it doesn't matter how many times we get beat down. What matters is that we get the fuck up and we keep fucking trying. You're right, Donny. Now, who the fuck are you, mate? I'm Clarence Claymore. Who the fuck are you, mate? I'm Clarence Claymore. Say it with your fucking chest. I'm Clarence Claymore. Show me what you got, mate. Take that. Fucking touch me, cunt. Fuck, mate. We got a lot of work to do.
They literally act like females. Like Majestic Ninja's right. Like they all say it's a scam until they see you make it and they ask how you did it. No, this guy obviously, this guy bought the top. I can almost 100% guarantee you he bought the top. I bet you he bought the Shiba top or the Doge top, wrote it down, and then sold at a massive loss, and then says crypto's for fags. When he's a fag. He bought the exact top like a female. He waited till the finish line to fuck the winner, and then the winner fucked him.
The fucking gold. You go buy your Bitcoin.
Okay.
You're all
21 million Bitcoin. How much gold is there in the world?
And the fact that Satoshi Nakamoto translates into Central Origin Intelligence, if that shit doesn't put your antennas up, you guys are just fucking gold.
So let me ask you.
It also translates. There's actually multiple. There's that one. Satoshi Nakamoto is CIA, or it also translates into. Was it Mitsubishi? I mean, it was like literally Sony Mitsubishi. It translates into a bunch of fucking Japanese corporations, which is fucking hilarious anyway. Super funny.
This, bro. Let me ask you this. Bro. Okay, so
some of these fucking beaners, bro, are retarded. I try to save my because I can tell this guy's Hispanic, right? Like I try to save some of my people, and they're fucking retarded. Fucking pendejos, dude. Idiot motherfuckers. Real stupid motherfuckers, man. I'm trying. The Genius Hack Packs. Yay. Cool, let's send it. That's good things, man. Man, dude, every fucking race of people has a bunch of retards, man. It's almost like if you're a white man, you deal with the retards of the white race. You're a Mexican or a Latino, you deal with the retards of your race. You're black, you deal with all the dumb motherfucking black people in your race. You're Indian, you're Native American. Fuck, man. We have some stupid brothers and sisters, dogs. And these bitches could oh my God. Retards, man. This is who buys the top. This is why you don't worry. Where does the money come from? You know now. Now you know. Kashmir.
Until crypto has utility, until it has some utility, until a country other than El Salvador, a real fucking country, accepts it as fucking currency.
Let me ask you this.
Pakistan is doing it. El Salvador is doing it. All sorts of countries
Let me ask you this then. Let me ask you this. Because this is actually, I want you to, do some critical thinking because it doesn't seem like you have. You don't have gold. We got two guys here that made millions doing cryptocurrency.
What does it matter if I have gold or not? That doesn't make a difference.
Proof of concept, proof of concept, my friend. So what I'm saying here is that you're saying that crypto's a scam. Why are these guys multimillionaires in cryptocurrency then? Is that a scam?
It doesn't matter how much money somebody has if they own crypto. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's gonna fucking fold. The same way a Ponzi scheme folds. It's just a fucking Ponzi scheme. That's all it is.
Try carrying a bar of gold.
It's literally designed to get people right now when everything's crashing.
Caller, do you actually want to have a conversation? Or are you just chimping out
to invest in it instead of buying gold.
Okay, so what should we invest in besides gold? Like, what should we invest in?
The money into a different direction. If you notice, watch CNBC, watch Bloomberg. All they do is tout fucking Bitcoin.
So this is what I was going to say. It sounds like you're a guy who only listens to CNBC and just parrots everything they're fucking saying because you don't talk about any substantial
Why does the mainstream media talk about it? Because they don't want you to fucking own it. They want you to own a fucking bullshit asset like Bitcoin or Ethereum. That's why they put that shit up on mainstream media. You think, hey, bro, you think Jews that own
mute this guy real quick so that Charlie can say what he's got to say.
I just said, like, this guy just tout, like,
cut it off with the Jew part, Byron.
He's like, it's a scam, it's a Ponzi scheme, it's all these, it's Amway, it's all these things. It's like, no, that's not how it works at all. Like literally, all those types of things that he's saying is just what the media has tried to blast Bitcoin with for years.
Yeah.
And what has happened? Bitcoin's only gone up. It's gotten more scarce. Everybody wants it more. Governments, nation states, freaking, institutions by, top banking companies in the world, freaking, what do you call it? Visa, MasterCard. All these guys are getting into this technology, but yeah, like maybe it's not. Maybe it's not the future.
You can tell this guy bought the top last cycle and just pissed.
Yeah.
But
I mean, listen to the media and just spout what they say. Like how that's not even like a credible argument.
But Myron's 100% right. Like if you know gold, if gold's your fucking future, why don't you own any?
Yeah.
You can buy a 10th. You can buy it at Costco. What do you mean? A billionaire? Look, you can buy $1 million of gold. Sure. Maybe you might get scrutinized to buying 100 million at a time. You can buy $1 million here, $1 million there. It's so easy to do. You can buy millions of dollars of gold. You absolutely can do it. Transporting it is the problem.
Yeah.
And security is the problem for it. That's why most countries like literally give their gold to other countries in order to like a lot of gold's in the UK right now.
Also, he's forgetting companies are embracing Bitcoin and cryptocurrency into their actual platforms.
Exactly.
So most people probably didn't peep what I said there about gold and stuff. Most countries are actually scared. Like part of it, they're being forced to keep their gold reserves in London, in the city of London, in order for them to actually facilitate global loans. But also some countries are afraid that they might get invaded, so they have their gold out in reserve on other countries and shit. United States, I mean, since they were about to do the whole investigation into Fort Knox, a ton of flights from the UK left the UK back to the United States. So a ton of gold entered New York in the last couple months as well. That's also one of the reasons why the price of gold has also been driving up. So there's been a conspiracy theory on gold that because Trump was going to do an audit at some point on Fort Knox, that they've been buying gold on the open market and buying gold OTC, and then because the gold didn't really exist, it did exist, it was spent, and now they're bringing back, trying to build back those fucking gold reserves. Hex is a better Bitcoin, that's right. Fucking crazy, dude.
Not only that, but billionaires are buying silver and they're buying crypto. So I don't know what you're trying to say, bro. Gold is not the end all be all.
I think somebody in the chat said it best. It says this guy just listens to Jim Cramer.
We could turn it back on and let him say what he's got to say. Then we'll move to the next person. All right, bro. We'll look. Is he still on the line?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right, bro. What do you got to say to Charlie Miguel?
Hey, bro. All I'm saying is they wouldn't be blowing Bitcoin up on mainstream media if that shit was gonna get the middle class on top again.
But they weren't doing that 10 years ago, bro. They weren't doing that 5 years ago. They just started doing that recently.
People on Bloomberg and shit to buy Bitcoin if that shit was going to actually blow up.
They told people not to buy it for a whole decade, bro.
They're trying to scam all you guys.
The entire time we've been in crypto, we've been trying to get people to buy crypto. When we started the course in 2020, all the governments are against it. JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon, the CEO of JP Morgan, was saying, if any of my traders buy this shit, they will be instantly fucking fired. If you buy Bitcoin, if I find out you personally own any cryptocurrencies, you are fucking fired. Anyone who buys crypto is a fucking retard. And then his daughter was on stage with him. He's like, but Dad, I own crypto. Oh shit, my bad.
Everything crashes when the monetary system resets. Okay, everything gets revalued.
So here's his anger right here. Okay, I'm gonna tell you the truth right now. Here's the anger. Okay, here's the anger. When any of them say the financial collapse and the restructuring of society, right? Let me play that back for a second. Let me see. Like right here.
Saying is they wouldn't be blowing Bitcoin up on mainstream media if that shit was gonna get the middle class on top again.
But they weren't doing that 10 years ago, bro. They weren't doing that 5 years ago. They just started doing that recently.
People on Bloomberg and shit to buy Bitcoin if that shit was gonna actually blow up.
They told people not to buy it for a whole decade, bro.
They're trying to scam all you guys.
The entire Biden administration
when everything
was against
crashes,
it.
when the monetary system resets,
the monetary crash, the monetary reset This is loser talk. Look. It does happen, right? Usually it happens after wars. It's very unlikely it happens peacefully. So there'll be a giant war. The UK didn't lose the reserve currency status, even though during World War I, they were pretty fucked up. They had lost. I mean, World War I just killed off so many fucking people. It was a terrible war, but not much land was actually invaded. It was just all fought in trenches and shit. World War II, of course, classic, the fucking French get cucked. The UK got bombed to shit. I mean, the entire continent of Europe got decimated. Absolutely. And this is the loser stuff right here, right? I cannot wait for the great financial collapse. The great financial collapse. The reason people want the great financial collapse is because I'm a fucking loser. I'm on, look, if there's level 1 and level 10 being Giga Chad, I get all the bitches, got all the money, pussy, man, I'm fucking, my life's awesome. And 1, I'm a fucking loser. I don't want to improve myself and I've given up. I'm a fucking black pill loser, beta cuck level 1. Then he's like, well, I'm already a fucking loser at the bottom of the fucking barrel. If the great society collapses, then I might be 3 or 4. That's what they're hoping for. They're hoping for that when everything collapses, is like, I'm Billy Badass, lone wolf. I'm a fucking, I'm a Delta and stuff. When this shit totally collapses, people will know then at that point I'm gonna have all the bitches because I have some gold. And because girls will see that I have gold, they'll obviously they want to get with me though, That's all it is. All this is basically he's very angry at where he is inside the current system, so he wants to flip the board over. But the thing is that he's probably going to die or become a slave. You think his life is worse now? It'll get even worse. 2, this whole thing that I'm so badass, I'll be able to fight everyone off. Dude, you're going to get killed. You're going to get killed.
Okay, everything gets revalued.
So why is the monetary system going to reset?
They don't revalue it in Bitcoin because Bitcoin is nothing. Any other
He's like,
Bitcoin is not.
One day when society restarts over, I will have a girlfriend.
Bro, you gotta you're just spurging out, man. Respond to what they're saying, dude. They're challenging your position, and you can't even fucking. You're just yapping with some fucking monologue you have memorized. Can you answer their questions?
The global hegemony is going to fall.
Answer their questions,
and one day, the restructuring across the planet is going to happen.
Answer their questions. Let's go ahead and
right now,
black helicopters.
You gotta you're just spurging out, man. Respond to what they're saying, dude. They're challenging your position, and you can't even fucking. You're just yapping with some fucking monologue you have memorized. Can you answer their questions?
The global hegemony is going to fall.
Answer their questions,
and one day, the restructuring across the planet is going to happen.
Answer their questions. Let's go ahead and
bro. Right now, the whole purpose of the Iran war is because the fucking dollar is going to crash. If we don't have the world reserve currency in America,
currency is crashing.
I hate to break it to you guys,
currency
but
is crashing
your
against the dollar. The dollar loses value every year, along with every other.
At that point,
every other fiat currency is losing value. There isn't a single currency on the planet that is not losing value. They're all hyperinflating because there's a very large boomer population, and there's not enough millennials and Xers and Zoomers to make up for all the fucking retirees that are happening right now, because most of Europe did not have enough babies to fucking make up for all the boomers that were created.
Bro,
and across the planet, there's a negative. China's about to have
what it is,
in population.
Japan
only has old
they
people.
make all of our shit.
Bro, you're retarded. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Stop watching fucking news.
If we didn't have the world reserve currency, how would we be getting all these products in America?
Because we won the fucking wars. We won the fucking wars and took it, motherfucker. Like every other fucking nation who has.
It doesn't matter what Bitcoin is. Bitcoin could be worth $1 trillion. It doesn't matter.
Next, get the fuck out of here, dude. Shit.
Yeah, he don't want to listen, bro.
No,
not at all. He's gonna spurg out.
Exactly.
All right, bro has
go buy rims.
Gold. Guarantee you he's broke, and he's over here.
Go buy rims. Charlie, you're in, brother. Welcome to the show.
Hey, we're on the share screen, right? Okay. Because I was like, is that my leg in or something?
No. Wait, let me check. Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
dog, that is so. You came in right there when he's like, then we're talking shit. Go buy rims, dog. Go buy rims.
Yeah, dude. The funniest thing, he's like, what does it matter if I have 1 ounce or 1 kilogram of gold? And it's like, bro, it's the same argument as Peter Schiff makes, right? Yeah. Which is just like, I forgot how much gold Peter Schiff said he had, but it was like, bro, you've been talking
5%.
Yeah, 5%, right?
5% he has been talking about gold on podcast my entire adult life. I remember listening to the Peter Schiff show back in the day in 2000, was it 2011 or 12? For like years. You know, it's funny. It's interesting. You know, there's some really, like, if you never heard the whole.
I mean, no. I mean, he's not a total idiot. Like, he has some points and stuff, you know, especially about the libertarianism and, you know, freedom of your own money and stuff like that. So, like, you would think he would be really getting along with the Bitcoin guys, but like, it's funny because the gold guys are like, you're going to make us prehistoric. You're going to make us obsolete. So we have to basically just, what do you call it? I always say that you guys, you know, Bitcoin sucks and it's, you know, all this stuff. Now, the one thing I will say about his argument, right, that is maybe the only valid argument, but there's no way to prove shit, is just he's like, we don't know who Satoshi Nakamoto is.
Yeah.
He went a little too far in saying like, oh, it's a CIA asset. It's like, okay, well, it could be. I mean, the internet, right, was started by universities and the government. But does that make the internet run and controlled by the government? I mean, to some extent, yes, right? They have more kill switches on that than they do on Bitcoin. But they don't, I mean, if the only thing that I could like reliably, well, I guess, except for the left, I was going to say the only thing I could say people reliably get people like actually like coming together and like being like, we have to go against the government, you know, instead of just like one party or the other party wanting to fight against each other for different policies. I would say, what do you call it? It's if they ban the internet or if they start saying, hey, we're going to censor the shit out of the internet. Like, people would be up in arms over that shit. Like,
absolutely. They can't, people are so addicted to the internet and their phones that like, if you remove that shit, people, I mean, that is the one thing that I could see people mobilizing. Like, you would actually
maybe you could bring the two sides together of like political parties and stuff like that. Yeah.
I hate you, Charlie, and you hate me. But we need to be able to hate each other on the internet, and these all right, this is what we do.
I mean, GG, what who's he gonna hate if he can't be on social media, you know?
Yeah, but I will get, you know, you gotta give GG a lot of daps and shit, because look, he's Jewish and shit. He fucking hates Israel, dog, and like he does not like Netanyahu. He's a fucking 9.
Yeah.
If you actually look, Iran and their enemy signs on top of that too. They're literally biblically enemy signs. The leaders are also enemy signs, and the fucking leader of Israel is a 9 energy.
Well, yeah, I think people, what do you call it? They over assume, right? They're like, oh, like, you know, it's kind of like all Latinos must be banded together. It's like, or all Asians must be banded together. It's like, you know, I'm pretty sure they have some beef, but like, you know, different
Asian women have abandoned Asian men. I mean, that like, let's just be
somewhat, yeah. I mean, in Western culture, for sure.
In Western cultures.
Yeah.
Kind of alarmingly so, actually. At some point, I think there will be a back. You know how like there's a red pill rage, and I think there will be in the next 10 years a sort of an Asian like. But I think the podcaster
Asian
side,
American culture and Asian culture is very, very different, because like the interesting thing about Asian Americans is that like because they do end up getting mixed or whatever, they're not maybe like fully with one side or the other, or even if they are, there's not enough of their group usually to be like, okay, I'm going to like follow, let's say, Filipino culture or Japanese culture or Chinese culture, right? They tend to kind of like, except for the Chinese, because there's so many of them, they tend to kind of like blend with each other when they come to America. And so they get very Americanized. But like in Asia or whatever, you still see like, it's kind of similar to like white power or black power type people, you know, but Asian power, right? Like in Tokyo, there's actually like around the Imperial Palace, there's these black trucks that drive around saying, get all the foreigners out of our goddamn country and shit like that, you know? So like it happens everywhere, you know, like people it's always like the people who are the closest to each other sometimes hate each other the most. You know what I mean? Because of like slight differences, which I always think is hilarious. Because it's kind of like Minnesota and the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers, right? Right next to each other. We all go hunting. We all go fishing. We all go camping. We all have a fucking terrible ass winter. We all eat cheese, but they're the cheeseheads. They suck, you know, and all that stuff. It's like, you know, you just find, I don't know, people find ways to hate no matter what, it seems like, you know.
No, that's for sure. So I think we'll go back to the video. That was the end of that part of the call there. I played the little Indian call. It's like, Myron, please help. No, like I cut him off.
Dude, that was hilarious. Yeah, but like, But the other thing about this caller, though, the guy who's got like, kind of just going batshit insane is like he didn't want to listen. I'm just like,
no, he's wanted to say that he. That pissed me off about him as well is like he starts off with like gold's better than crypto. Crypto's a scam, okay, and then he goes off to saying he owns no gold at all.
Right.
Like, how is your whole argument like crypto's dog shit? Stocks are better. How much stocks you own? Oh, I own no stocks.
Yeah.
What? How is that possible?
Stocks are the best, bro. But I'm too poor to buy any. It's just like it's pretty hilarious. But the other thing I would say is, yeah, I think we're both. One of us is like, yeah, I don't know if it's me or you. But the other thing, right? Yeah, somebody in the chat says because he has no money. Yeah, that's right. But then also, usually people like that like call into shows and like are keyboard warriors or whatever, and it's like they're going like crazy far. Like they're missing something in their like day-to-day life. Like it's
right.
They're kind of lashing out at society in a way. Like at least they're not.
Yeah, I mean, they're bottom of the totem pole. Just because you're the bottom of the totem pole, just look. There's a certain amount of cards you got, right? You can choose the friends you have. You could choose your wife. You can't choose your family. That sort of. I mean, that is true though. You can't choose your family, but you're born with a certain set of cards. How tall you are, what race, where you were born. I mean, you had a 34% chance of being born in India, Charlie. 34%. Could you?
It's probably another like roughly the same percentage to be born Chinese. So the fact that you're not Chinese or Indian is like a feat, right, in and of itself.
It's. I mean, like, look, Charlie, like.
Oh, Jesus, bro.
This could have been your future, Charlie.
What there was a decent one where these UK guys were like pretending to make Indian food or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then he like hit the ice bag and got two fucking.
That one was a little bit more accurate. This one's just I'm like, damn, bro. Jesus.
I mean, it's not completely off.
In India, but the interesting thing about Indians when they get to other countries is like it's like the good ones that leave. The ones that make it outside their society.
Yeah, I mean, look, you can say what you all want about immigrants, right? Look, obviously, I'm not a supporter of a bunch of illegal immigration, but the immigrants that do have the one thing you're getting from immigrants, at the very least, that these are the people that are risk taking. They're like more risk taker and more entrepreneurial because they're willing to risk their lives to go somewhere else. Most people will just sit there and take it, and be the people that sit there and take it are still in fucking North Korea right now.
Yeah, well, bro.
No, you could have got trapped, obviously, but still, like,
yeah. I mean, it's hard. It's a lot of places there's not a lot of choice, but like
right.
Still, like like somebody usually finds a way. But yeah, that is absolutely true, and yeah, it's interesting to kind of see like where the world is now that we have globalization and everything because it's so much easier for cultures to mix and everything. I would say like a lot of immigrants are they're either very, very good or very, very bad. Right, like when I remember the Gaijin in Tokyo. Right, I think Chinese was like 2% of the population, and then other foreigners was like 0.5%, and then Japanese was like 98 or 99 or like 97.5% or something like that. And like I would say like a lot of the Chinese would try to fit in, right, and then they'd have an easier time of doing it. And then like the Americans, and the British too. The British are fucking. One or the other. It's either awesome, and they integrate, or they're just terrible, guests in other countries. But it's like the same with Americans. So like, yeah, just generally speaking, like, I would say like anybody who doesn't speak the native language at all, and then also has a criminal record, like, I'm not giving those people too many shots. Yeah. Especially if they've been in the country more than like 3 years and they don't know a lick of the language.
Here's the thing, old redneck. An illegal immigrant working for $5 an hour is not an entrepreneur, bro. It undercuts American wages since the 60s. Corporate greed has ruined America. That literally didn't say that. All I said was basically the people who do have the balls to come over here are more likely to be entrepreneurial. I didn't say they are entrepreneurial. Not all, most Americans are not entrepreneurial. You can clearly tell so. Like, they're fucking worker bees. Probably like you or a lot of other people too. Like they just want a job, a stable job, cool, so they can go fuck off and go to TGI Fridays and hopefully find a fucking snow bunny. Like that's what like.
Not a bad weekend.
Not a bad way. It isn't a bad weekend, right? Jello shots, dog. Jello shots. But the whole America is a complete country of immigrants, and then every time that they didn't the reason why there's this whole like, oh my God, ever since the 60s, let me tell you why it started happening in the 60s. Why is the U.S. economy starting to lag behind in the late 60s and 70s? I can tell you exactly why. Okay. World War II, we become the reserve currency of the world. Okay, good. We have all the gold. We have all the manufacturing. So basically from 45 to 65, almost 0%. Almost 0% competition internationally. Everyone has to buy stuff because everyone's reconstructing. So we've got all the ships, we got the military, we've got the Navy, right? We got shipping lanes. There's no military to fucking contest us. We can do anything. Then we get the nuke on top of that. So we're the big dick swinging out here. Even for the Soviet Union for years before they got the nuke, they had to listen to us, and we were scare tactoring them. It's like, we're gonna nuke and shit. Oh shit, and they would back up and stuff.
Why do you think we're so like this situation with Iran is so tense? Because it's like, it's like it is literally they either get one or they don't, and whether it's like they're a couple of years away from it or they're a couple of weeks or months away from it, there's a difference there. But the fact that they have made that much progress at all is very, very dangerous, like for the global power system.
These nuts is sort of right. Well, look, don't worry about immigration. Worry about AI, dog. AI is going to take your job, dog. Fuck all this. Get the fuck off of YouTube. Take the crypto mindset course. Learn how to invest in crypto. Then take the knowledge we give you. Start researching into AI and fucking not be a sheep. Be the thing where you can hire all these AI slaves, since you like slavery so much. Get all these AI slaves. Expand out. Make a fucking business. Look, I'm telling you, in the next 15 years, it's going to be pretty. You're going to start hearing a lot of stories. Obviously, it's like you hear the successful stories. I know it's not the average, but there's going to be very successful things of like a 2-person company. Let's say Miguel and Charlie with a bunch of AI. They have $100 million company. That's going to start becoming extremely common. I'm not going to say $1 billion company, but you might start seeing like, oh, we have five. It's me and 5 employees with AI, and we have $1 billion revenue company.
Yep.
Making 15% margins, making $150 million a year in profit or more, $300 million. And then you're going to start seeing, and then in 25 years, we're going to see $1 trillion company with 5 or 10 people.
Can you imagine Elon Musk when he was like 17 or something, just like tinkering with AI at the current stage or something like that? Like how much more powerful, like the stuff he could, like, it's interesting because it's like, well, obviously, things could have changed, whatever. But like, generally speaking, like, it's just going to make the people who are already really, really smart and good at stuff, or at least, the most persistent people, the people who don't give up and the people who keep going. It'll give those types of people like, not like as much as they want, but like as much as they can grasp. It's kind of like, if like somebody drops like a whole bucket of $100 bills in the mall or whatever, it's like, you can't grab all of them, but like, grab as many as you can, because the internet has like not infinite amounts of money, kind of, right? But like, there's just so much abundance out there that people haven't grasped. It's really the people who, will apply that can get it.
Yeah. So I'll finish up the point I had. So like, basically, Ford, GM, General Electric, they could export refrigerators, cars, our technology, radio systems, whatever the technology of the day was, we could export it out, and the whole world was buying because they had nothing at all. And then we spent billions of dollars at a time when $1 billion was a lot of money to reconstruct most of Europe, Japan, South Korea, anywhere the United States was. We rebuilt the entire basically modern world, and then eventually, as their factories started turning on, they started competing against us. Now, if you ever watched like Back to the Future, he's like, "What is this? Sony? What is this? Japanese? What is this hunk of crap?" That was Doc Brown. Doc Brown, I think it was 1956, the Under the Sea enchantment dance or whatever the fuck. Like, they're in the 50s or the late 60s, and like Japanese factories are finally turning back on, and their technology was junk. They're like, this is dog shit. Then 30 years later, you don't have a Sony Walkman, you're fucking a loser. You see what that's a competition. That's what I'm saying. They took years their technology, and then because of global competition, now it wasn't so easy anymore, and now it's business started becoming a little more cutthroat.
Well, if you look at why that happened, right? It's all industrialization. So, and that's why the 21st century, the 20th century had all the different stuff that it did, right? But so what? The UK was one of the earlier countries to go through industrialization, right? It took a very long time, and then it was a lot shorter with America. It was way quicker, with Japan and China and other countries as well. So it's like the same thing is going to happen in the digital age, right? With AI and quantum computing and crypto, which is, well, you thought, the first iteration of what do you call it, the UK and the US went through, maybe it was maybe a century and a half process, depending on how you look at it. With AI, it's going to be like, from where you get now to your very, very complex AGI and stuff like that. Maximum, it's probably going to be way faster than 50 years. So it's, within one lifetime, especially even within, a short lifetime. So it's like one of those things where it's like, it's kind of a space race to, what do you call it? Are we going to be the financial hub of the world? Are we going to be obviously continue to stay the powerhouse of the world when it comes to, the military, but then also on the other side of it, when it comes to tech in terms of like AI and quantum. So, I think the United States already has like the leg up on that. But yeah, everybody else is going to try to come and take that crown for sure. But that's why like having that tax subsidy for crypto or for AI companies or stuff like that is, like you were saying with the internet back in the 90s in previous episodes. That's why that would be so important, because that would kind of just like continue to create like other Silicon Valley-esque type, businesses, right?
Like exactly, like what Uber was doing in the beginning was completely illegal. Like you're supposed to have a taxi system with badges and stuff. Now, obviously, the taxi badge system was a monopoly, but still, Uber came in there and essentially they were supposed to pay all this stuff, ask for permission. They just did it, and then because they were growing so quickly, they had lawyers to kind of protect them a little bit, or at least lollygag a bit, and then eventually they were too big already. The same thing. Same thing happened with the Airbnb. Airbnb was kind of in the gray zone as well.
Absolutely. There was no like regulations for it, and like all the hotels were getting pissed.
They got pretty wrecked for a while. Like hotels got pretty wrecked, but now it's kind of come back to that. Like hotels are a lot better sometimes, depending on what you're doing. Like it's very like, if you got a lot of friends and your people and you all want to stay together, an Airbnb is incredible. If you're renting out like a higher end Airbnb, or you just want some private room or something away from everybody's cool. But it's a business, and people but sometimes it's like if you want security, a lot of times staying in a hotel is a lot safer or more convenient because there's more rooms, as well as like you don't got to worry about like if you leave your room all trashed up, like I don't know, you leave shit everywhere, leave the maid $40 and then just go and get on your merry way, basically, right? Where like an Airbnb is, you leave a sink, you leave a plate on the floor or something like that. They charge you $300 cleanup fee.
And then you have to go and what do you call it, like dispute it and all that bullshit.
Yeah, definitely and stuff. But let me share something real quick. So I'll jump into the last thing with the call here with F and F right here, man. Two swab looking dudes right here, and then fresh then fit.
So I bought Bitcoin back in 2008, sat on it. Problem was I didn't go hard.
Your face.
I was disgusted when he said
it. Reminded me of when RG3 once said on the Moon Gang, right? He said like, "What? I bought Bitcoin in 2007 or something like that." We're like, "What?"
2006 in the COD lobbies or some shit.
Yeah, something like that, right?
Oh my god! Let me go back a little.
Well, a little bit. Yeah.
All right, no, I took the earpiece off. That's why.
Okay, that's better. We got you. Go ahead.
So I bought Bitcoin back in 2008, sat on it. My problem was I didn't go hard when I bought it because, money was tight. So I bought 3 coins, sat on it, bought 2 more back in like 2013 when it spiked up to like a G, some change.
You got like 5 BTC.
So now the original Bitcoin.
What?
Bitcoin split up and became BTCs, each Bitcoin.
That's
the only thing I think he could possibly be talking about here is that like he did buy. Let's just say we do believe he has Bitcoin. He didn't know that Bitcoin was called BTC as well as the ticker symbol, so he doesn't even know that. And like he got his copy of Bitcoin Cash as well, which he like. That's the only thing that makes if I'm giving him the most rope in the world, like.
Well,
or he bought a fake Bitcoin back in the day that he thought was Bitcoin, and then he got rinsed for that.
He thinks he has like $500,000 in Bitcoin. He has like 5 Bitcoin, and
what if he has 5 Bitcoin Cash?
Yeah, exactly. It's like something great, or even worse, right? It's like some token that you can't you can only sell like it's like very liquid or something. It's like just damn, but like he right away our spidey senses were just like this is weird.
Yeah. Like bro said, he bought three Bitcoin in 2009. So it's like I was pretty hard up for cash when we bought 3. So you only could find a penny on the foot. So it's like I don't know where to buy. So I mean, I grabbed a penny. I went to my local Chase Manhattan, penny, and then I went through the service, and then that didn't work. So what I did is I asked my mom to let me borrow 5 cents. And then I went to the post office and mailed 5 cents to the carrier. He mailed me back a written down code and a piece of paper, and that's how I got my first Bitcoin.
I mailed him 5 cents. He sent me 10 cents back.
It's so, back in the day because people were so like this is like half of 2010 to 2009 ish. There was a lot of people in the Bitcoin community that if you let's just say you did so like I would love to buy some Bitcoin and I sent you 5 cents, Charlie. You were like, dog, bro, here's 50 Bitcoin. Here, dude. Yeah. Thank you. Like it's sort of like kids like
there's just one block, bro. Like that was what like I mined 5 of them yesterday.
Yeah, there's 5 dude, if I had this laptop right here back in the day, dog, I think I would literally win a block every hour or more. I'm not even joking around. Like I think I would.
Yeah, for sure. And that's one of the things where it's like, what's his name? Ross Ulbricht, right? When he came out and he sent himself what, $30 million in Bitcoin today. But I forget how many Bitcoin that is. What's that, like 300 Bitcoin or something?
Wait, say it again. How much?
$30 million.
Oh, no, he sent $300 million to himself.
I thought it was 30.
300 million.
Oh, even better, right? But whatever it was, like the amount of Bitcoin back in that day, based on him having the website that basically, in addition to the Bitcoin pizza, basically proved that you could do commerce with Bitcoin. You know how much volume was going through there? And that was before Mt. Gox really got taken off and everything.
Right.
So like that guy, I mean, Ross Ulbricht, like if he is like, oh, I just cash out 300 million, like that's probably what he was like. I can get that through the banking system and actually get liquidity on that. I can find people on Wall Street, the government that'll help me get that out. Then it's not suspicious because like I bet you that guy has like 30 billion or something crazy if he had all the keys. But of course, the government did seize a lot of it. So it's like, what was he able to squirrel away, really?
Right. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you guys, we are going to be having a little meetup here in about maybe an hour or so.
Yep.
At the Hard Rock Casino Resort and Casino. We've got some cigars. We'll talk crypto and stuff. Maybe hit the tables. Be a good time. Anyone who's here in the Florida area, we're going to be here at the casino floor maybe for like 2-3 hours, depending on how many people show up and stuff like that. We pinned it in the Crypto Mindset chat as well as the Citadel chat. You guys are all welcome. If you're anywhere in Florida or in Fort Lauderdale or any of that area, just come down to the Hard Rock Casino in Hollywood. Yeah, it's been pretty cool. Come through, Boozy. Knock on the door now, dog. That'd be so funny. Someone like this right now.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, give them your room numbers.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, more reasons to move to Florida. And dude, my God, bro, I could tell you, man, I would get in trouble in Florida if I lived here. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Anyway, I digress.
It wasn't so we were going to let him talk first, but I mean, Bitcoin didn't exist in 2008. So either he had his information incorrect or he
Charlie with the snazzy
so
suit right here.
You said $1,000 Bitcoin, so that was closer to like 2013 that you bought, or?
That's when I bought the other 2. Yeah, those were BTCs.
The BTC that's worth 106,000.
Yeah, so he has 2 of those.
Duh. and I have the 3 original, so total I have 5.
Okay, well, if you have 5 Bitcoin, great. That's a good place to start. So, I mean, right now that's $500,000, $500,000. You know, you're doing well.
Correct. Yeah, I've been sitting on it for forever. So my thing is, I live a brokey life. So like when you mention brokies on the chat all day, that's me all day.
Oh. He is not. He does have 5 Bitcoin. He is not a brokey. He is he's a person. He's only in a select club of people who have 1 Bitcoin on this planet. It's very. If he does have it, though, I mean, I don't know, maybe not.
But it's like he's living that brokey life because he doesn't want to spend that 5 Bitcoin or something. It's kind of funny. Like there's this one time I went to this like crypto party in Japan and I met this Japanese guy. I'm like, so what do you do? He's like, I bought Bitcoin. Like, but like he meant, you know, like in the early days and stuff. And I'm like, but I could tell he actually meant what he meant. And like, he was around the right crowd of people. I was like, oh, fuck, that's awesome. Like he literally doesn't have to do anything for the rest of his life. So like a guy like this, who's like, I live that brokey life. I just bought these coins and forgot them. I'm like, somebody in one of the chats, when I was reading the screen of chats coming down, somebody was like, this guy's way too dumb to possibly have done that. Right. But here's the thing. Sometimes I don't really truly believe this guy, but sometimes there is that like dumb who's just like, I bought, you know, a couple $1,000s worth of Bitcoin, totally forgot about it for 15 years, you know, and then, oh yeah, I got that now. And I've just been living a normal humdrum life. Like that is a story that does happen. Right.
It does happen. And we've met some people too. Like they've hit, not usually it's not with Bitcoin. It's like, yeah, I just bought this random coin. I checked the random coin. He was like, dog, you have like 140 grand.
Right. Maybe he was a gold maxi like the other guy and he just never believed it and just was like, yeah, I hold that shit, whatever. Or I forgot about it.
Back in the day, basically pre-2013, this could buy you so much Bitcoin. $100 could buy you like so many Bitcoins. It's not even, Bitcoin was $1. It was $5. It was $10. 10 BTC today is $1 million plus.
Well, that other guy, right, said everything would be repriced in gold. No, everything's going to be repriced in Bitcoin. If anything is repriced outside of the US dollar. Why? Because everything is deflating against the Bitcoin and everything is inflating against the dollar, right? So people are going to go towards the good money. But yeah, it's, I don't know. The gold bugs are another level of delusion.
Yeah, no, definitely too. I mean, look at this. Like there's like there's $8 grand right here, right? I couldn't even buy 10% of a Bitcoin.
Yeah.
There's $8,000 fucking dollars.
That would have used to get you when Bitcoin was what, like $10 or $1? If it was $1, it'd get you 800 Bitcoin. Like where would that put you now? Like
just so you see what I've got for the craps table later today. But like you couldn't even buy, like, isn't that fucking crazy? Like 10 actually even 10 grand can't buy you a tenth of a Bitcoin.
Well, you know what I thought the other day? Because there was one guy on our stream, maybe it was on my stream or one of the dual streams we did, I can't remember. But he was like, I have 1 Solana. I think it was when we were doing Fresh and Fit. He was one of the other callers. I think Empov or something like that. But he was the guy who's like, I just joined the course and like I have a bit of a portfolio. He's like, I have a couple of Ethereum. I have 1 Solana. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, 1 Solana, I mean, like that's like nothing today, right?
170, yeah.
Right. But Ethereum's going down that trajectory of going where Bitcoin has gone. Solana is going to go down that trajectory every cycle that it survives. Sui is going to go down that trajectory. Sonic is going to go down that trajectory because Sui is just a better Solana, really, at the end of the day. Like it's doing the exact same thing, but better. And like I think it's all the VCs that learn the error of their ways off of the first one. And Sonic, all that is a better Ethereum, right? It like does technically on the technical level, it does everything Ethereum does, but actually better, at least at the current moment, right? And so these coins, I think they're going to stick around, you know, for 10, 15, 20 years at least. And if they do, and then they get a lot of market share, network effect adoption, then they can stick around for a long time. So having, you know, 10 Sonic or having, you know, 1 Solana or whatever after 20 years, you know, like that could be a similar type of start. I'm not going to say the exact same because obviously tokenomics are completely different with supply and everything. So it'll take like Ethereum way longer to get to that point than Bitcoin did. And Solana probably a lot longer than that. But generally speaking, they should get, you know, long-term network adoption effects like that. So sometimes when I hear people say like, oh, I only have this many coins or whatever, it's like, you don't know like the power of what you have if this technology sticks it through. So, I think that should make people want to buy, just like Sui's under $10. Fuck yeah, let's buy as much of it as we can. Fucking Sonic's under $1. Whew, that's the cheapest shit ever, and like one of the best techs in crypto. Solana's still under $500. Like it's all cheap right now.
It's almost like there's a place they could go to learn where to buy these cryptocurrencies, how to research them, how to chart them, how to pocket watch, how to overall know the vernacular and kind of figure out if someone's, the coolest thing is when you join the crypto mindset course, you become instantly your group's crypto expert, but you also get such a bullshit detector meter that you can tell right away if someone's just fucking, giving you the runaround or doesn't really know. Then the amount of people that like, oh yeah, I'm in crypto, and they absolutely are retarded and do not know what they're talking about. It's kind of it's quite like shocking. Like even someone you look up to and they talk about crypto and you're like, oh bro, dogs doesn't know shit.
It's like, how cute, right? But no, like when I was looking at because like it's funny when we go to FNF, like the huge screen they have behind the cameras and everything, and you see all the chats from Rumble and everything. Like you see so many retard comments, and then you see some smart ones, and you see like everything. I like we see like Hex Monkey in the chat, like different people from our groups and stuff, jumping in there. And when I see those people jump in there, I'm like, it's interesting to see the stark difference in quality of their comments versus others. I mean, maybe guys like, Little Boosie Bert or others might just be trolls and putting in troll comments, but like the people who put in, legit comments from the Moon Gang during those streams, like it's night and day. Like you can just tell the difference just by like, 200 characters or 300 characters that max that YouTube lets you put in that chat. So, and like that, most of those people, that's just by watching our channel, right? Like if you jump in the crypto mindset course, it's like way more powerful. And there might be a thing if you go to the shop, there's maybe this bundle that we might have as well that, if you have more than $5,000 in crypto at this time, which if we have a good bull market this year, like we're expecting, you should go to like 25K plus, right? Should get a 5X plus on that portfolio. If you press the shop and go to the bundle, but the Take Profits course basically,
whoa,
what?
I was like, whoa, the bundle is live, ladies and gentlemen. The bundle is live,
dude, and that's the cheapest you're ever gonna get. The information that we're going to give you in this crypto mindset course, not just from us, but the cheapest you're going to find on the market, hands down. Like, first of all, most people don't want to tell you when the top is in. Most people want to tell you, buy my bags, hodl. Don't worry, bro. It's just the dip in the bull market. Wait for 5 years. It always is profitable after 5 years, right? Like most of these guys don't want you to take profits in the crypto space. We're here graciously giving it to you for $4.98 on top of the crypto mindset course. So if I was in the position of anybody in their first full cycle, like jump on that shit, because like, let's say you put $5,000 in the market right now and you turn it into 30, right? A nice, healthy 6X, right? Okay. You're doing pretty good. Well, what if, the mistake I made in my very first cycle, right? I made a grip on what was that called? It was the John McAfee Shield token.
Oh yeah, John Mac. Yeah, it's
the privacy token. I forget the name of it off the top of my head right now. Like it's been so long, right?
Cipher. No, it's
no. I'll have to go back.
He launched so many privacy tokens, dog.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but that one wasn't. Yeah, it was just shielded by him. But anyways, like that one I bought. It was kind of like a hex move, right? I bought it in.
Verge?
Sorry, yeah, Verge. That was the one.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
I bought it at like 30% of a penny or 50% of a penny, in November and then or October, November, something like that. Not knowing that McAfee would shill it, right? And it went to 30 fucking cents, bro. Right? That was like almost the same move as Hex, but within like 2 months instead of like, like 9 months or a year, right? And so I was like, I'm fucking killing it, bro. Like, I got to buy more of this Verge shit. So not only, I didn't double down, what I did was I put the same dollar value that I had already made. Like, so I think I originally put like 500 or 1,000 in it, and it turned into like 10 or 15,000.
Jesus,
like,
wow,
it was crazy. It was something crazy like that, right? And then I put another like 10,000 down because I wanted to get past like I think like 100,000 tokens or something like that. I wanted that round number, right? And that killed like, and then when Verge went down to 10 cents, like I should have still been up, right? Nope. So like it's one of these things where it's like there are so many different ways to fumble the bags. Like I've seen people, you know, who are like, my goal is to hit $1 million on my portfolio. They hit 999,999 cents. They don't fucking sell. You know, like there's just so many ways to fumble. Like the cost of this versus the amount you're going to make in this bull market is, you know, the cheapest insurance you're ever going to find on the internet.
Oh, exactly. And we've given people all the options. They have PayPal credit. That means you can break it up into 4 easy payments. Link, because people are using some sort of specialty cards as well. I think through Link, you can actually even do gift cards somehow. You have to double check that and stuff. But they have Apple, you know, we have Apple Pay, you know, GPay. We've given people every option to be able to purchase this course around where we weren't able to facilitate crypto payments. But you guys know why. You know, we didn't want to give you guys this personal information away to a bunch of Indians and Coinbase. So, yeah, pretty much, yeah. So get in, you guys, and if you're not convinced already, let me pass it over to our best salesman.
You buy this for $39.99. Guess what, folks? You take the L away. You put a W there, baby. You're a winner, man. You're the real deal. You're picking up chicks. Let me tell you something. You buy this set at $39.99, baby. You're the cock of the walk, man. You walk into the bar and you just find the hottest chick and you go, you, me. Guess what? She says, why would I go out with you? Because I bought the deal on Wild West Deals for $39.99. That's why. She says, can I go home with you? That's how simple it is. That's how it works. That's what this set brings to the table. Because you know what she sees? She sees a man who knows what he wants. She sees a man who says, good deals don't get by me, baby. I move. I act quick. I act now. I go to wildwestdeals.com. Boom. That's why you're hanging with chicks all night long. That's why you got guys like Michael Jordan calling you, wanting to hang out with you, baby, because you bought it for $39.99.
I mean, Bill's right, man. Take it from your mom's purse and pay her back later. I mean, maybe you know that classic meme. Your girl's at the ATM and you hug her stomach from behind. He's like, how much is it again, baby? Get in my purse. You know, make these sacrifices today so you can not have to make the sacrifices later in life. Because it's either you suffer now or you suffer later. Which one do you want? That's some real shit too right now. There's a lot of people who didn't want to suffer early on that are now paying the piper for a very long time. 5 years of fun equal 20 years of pain. 20 years of pain, dogs. You fucked off from 25 to 30 or 35 to 40, and you're suffering till 60.
But if you're suffering at 60, bro, you're suffering for the rest of your life, most likely.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely. But it's just like they're under the struggle. Like they're struggling to say, like, well, I'm never going to be really rich, but now I'm just rushing to just make sure to have some semblance of a retirement. And that's the smart ones.
Yeah.
Most people are just like, who cares, you know, and then just be in debt. And, you know, yeah, not. Yeah, we still cover profit taking. We'll cover somewhat in like a little bit of strategies, but the main profit taking course is going to be intermediate to advanced. It's going to be after the crypto mindset course. So obviously we'll do the crypto mindset course for the 2 weeks and a half it takes to finish the course. We'll take a few days off, and depending on where me and Charlie see the right time to put the webinars in terms of like the market where we're at, we maybe have an emergency webinar taking people. We're gonna do about 5 webinars on everything from like psychology to strategies, also to like where to put money in terms of like how to store it or where to you know, how to basically cash out to the bank account. And we'll give us a very light overview of like, you know, we're not tax experts on that, but just rough, like, you know, this is how we're handling taxes on ourselves and stuff. But, you know, you're still going to find out yourself a tax professional because we're not tax experts. We're not tax attorneys. 2 dudes, 2 different mics.
Thankfully.
Yeah.
Well, and also there's a lot of data in terms of like different metrics that you can use to find not only macro tops, but local tops, right? Because within Q3, we might not get the end of the bull market, right? And so But we could get a really good 60-day cycle top. We could get, a good local top that, you could sell a bit of the portfolio and buy back in after a dip and stuff like that. So a lot of those metrics, a lot of the stuff that we're going to look at for on-chain and stuff like that, we've never talked about in previous crypto mindset courses or on our YouTube. So it's absolutely brand new content for you guys as well. So, that alone, I think is definitely worth it too. So lots of good stuff there. But here's the thing, right? Me and DCC, when we make a product, we like to make it like, a price that makes sure it respects our time and our effort. But at the same time, a price that's also reasonable for somebody who's new in crypto, because we know what that was like, and we know kind of like what product we would have wanted back in our own day when we were first starting, or when we were in our, maybe the second full cycle and stuff like that. So that's kind of how we build our stuff, is like so that you guys can, as many of you guys can join as possible and benefit as possible. Now, again, I've said this a million times, right? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. And so we can give you guys all the strategies, all the different ways you can, work this crypto market. But if you like that one caller, that other caller said, I took your course last year and I bought a lot in May or June, and I'm down a bit because I haven't looked at the portfolio or done anything in crypto in 13 goddamn months. Like, I'm sorry, if you do that, we can't help you. Like, we could give you everything on a silver fucking platter. But, if you don't actually take it and use it and actually learn it, then, it's kind of like 7-minute abs,
Right. So yeah, definitely have to do it now. Obviously, we asked a lot of people in the crypto mindset course. People have taken our products and stuff, and we asked them what we just kind of like we DM'd a lot of people. Quite a lot of people asking them, hey, what do you think about this price versus this price versus this price? Most people actually chose $1,000. They wanted it. It should be the same price as the main course, but at the same time, we thought we wanted to give people, like, just like Charlie said, the option to be able to get in. So we kind of went, we'll take a little bit of haircut here, but in order to actually be able to get the most amount of people, there's more advanced training, because it's nothing beginner. It's just straight. We're like, we put you guys through the main course. You guys learn everything, as well as like get some more advanced tactics that we're learning. And then this is where you get all the really advanced tactics. So, yeah. So let me pull in I do have some crypto news, but we'll talk it after this video real quick, just to finish up this call.
This week, are we drinking more Red Bull and energy drinks or water? I don't know.
Man, it's probably more energy drinks, honestly.
I know.
Those Gorilla Monsters, those Gorilla mines are really good, actually. They
were tasty, yeah.
Yeah, pretty good. Look at these snazzy gentlemen right here. My God.
The hair on those two guys.
Been sitting on it. Been thinking about breaking those
you have a job? Like, how much do you earn? Like, I understand that you have that, but like,
oh yeah, my original point trying to get the guy, I wanted him to sell like half a Bitcoin to put like 50 grand in his pocket. That way he's not struggling. And then that was my idea. That's what I wanted for the guy. Let me look. You still have 4.5 Bitcoin. You're gonna be fine, and you're gonna sell some Bitcoin during the top anyway, and like you'll be able to buy more Bitcoin. And that's what I think you said later on, Charlie. But like, this guy's suffering, and obviously he feels like, you could tell he's I'm a brokey and this, and probably 50 grand would probably really he's probably not going to move anywhere or anything like that. He might pay off his car, but he probably has rent paid, and he's not going to be tripping about food anymore. It's kind of put him in a nice headspace where he can be in a growth mindset.
Do you have a job, like income coming in?
Yeah, I do. I got a little income. It's just to get by, not much.
How much?
I bank out like about $2,000 a month, 2,500. Nothing serious.
Where do you live?
I'm out in the sticks, Pennsylvania. Originally from Jersey.
And with 2,500, you can like pay all your bills and shit. You're okay? Because that's not much, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So he's really out there.
And if you're happy, bro.
Yeah,
I'm not a baller. I got a few cars and stuff like that, but it's not like,
No, it's fine. Like, it's just because like 2,500 a month is very low. So I'm assuming you got to live somewhere really out there in the boonies to be able to live on 2,500.
If you're sitting on 5 Bitcoin, bro, he could got some real estate. He could got some more stuff.
You could sell. I don't normally tell people to sell it this early, but look, obviously hearing your situation, I think you should put yourself in this. Like, if
so you just want to know what to do with the money, right? Just so I make sure that before you answer, you want to know what to do with the money.
Well, should I like break out now? Because in order for me, that's the whole point. Like, I was never able to take out little bit here and a little bit there, I have to cash out the whole thing, the whole wallet.
Why?
Why?
What?
Yeah.
Why?
No. You can break up Bitcoin into millions of
Yeah,
pieces.
but
like,
let him answer. Why does it have to be sold like that?
That's how it's done. I mean,
No.
No.
You can divide Bitcoin into a million pieces and sell one piece at a time if you want.
correct.
So what's the question, or what do you want solved? Because we're going to help you, but we're kind of unclear with what you're trying to do now.
Well, sell the whole pot and just reinvest that, or sit on it and keep riding out the waves, pretty much. Because I mean, it's been what?
Well, okay. So for your situation
17
specifically,
years.
let me give you the simplest solution for your situation right now. The easiest solution for you, because right now we have what do you call it? The crypto mindset course, and everybody who purchases it will also get emailed an extension course called the Take Profits course. Right. So if you take the current crypto mindset for Q3 and you take the Take Profits course, then as long as you're paying attention to the market, you're paying attention to everything. Then when it comes time for the market top to come close or be in, or to dollar cost average out, whichever strategy you decide to choose from those webinars, then you'll be able to do it towards the end of the year. Then all you need, so let's say, for example, Bitcoin tops in October of this year at $180,000, just as an example, right? If you take the Take Profits course and the crypto mindset course with us this quarter, that costs you about $1,500 for $500,000. That's going to go maybe towards $1 million. That's definitely the cheapest insurance that you can buy, right? Then you get into it, you understand, let's say October we peak. Let's say you sell when it's $750,000 in total for that
Right.
bag or whatever. Then literally you just wait 1 year till Q4 of 2026. And then you don't do anything with that money except for pay your taxes, of course. So whatever capital gains you got on that, you'll have to pay based on where you live and
That's
everything.
the bigger problem there too.
Well, here's the thing: like, you pay taxes because you made profit, right? That's great. Like, the government, yeah, it sucks, but you got to do it. So, and we talk about that in the course as well, like how to situate yourself right for taxes in crypto. But then you just wait a year until Q4 of 2026. And then you take that 750,000 that you're just holding basically in cash. Let's say it's like 600,000 after you pay taxes and everything. Then let's say Bitcoin goes from 180,000 down to $60,000, right? Right now it's 100,000. So you could basically take, let's say 600,000, right? Now you have 10 Bitcoin, right? So you just did what we call cultivating crypto. You've compounded your Bitcoin, and then you just need to sit on that for the next few years. But what I would recommend then is then in Q4 of 2026, take another crypto mindset course and then try to understand the other assets in this space and then get a little deeper into it, because crypto is not a a salary, but it is a bonus, right? So you can treat it like a quarterly bonus, a yearly bonus, a biannual bonus, or whatever. So if you really do learn it in depth and you've already done great in crypto, then you'll be able to continue compounding your bags, continue cultivating crypto. And so we can get you in a long-term, very good spot. And then, hey, if you just are like, want to live like a brokie for a while, it's great. You can save a lot of money. And then when you do need to retire, when you're old, you'll have a lot of, digital assets basically to fall back on.
Yeah, learn on your bags, because you can make a single mistake and you can lose it all. You can lose all your Bitcoin. Just an accidental.
You know what, bro? I think, dude, you need to join the course, bro. You got way too much money where you don't want to fuck that up, man.
He's got $500,000, almost 600 grand right now.
Yeah. I mean, I literally saw this go from $13 all the way up to 100,000.
Respect for not selling, bro. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's great that you haven't sold. But bro, I think you should. Someone like you, right? We've talked about people before, like they don't have enough to invest and they don't know what to do. Someone like you needs to get in there, bro, because you got an enormous amount of money, and I think it behooves you to understand crypto, understand the markets, and kind of go from there, because you could probably easily exponentially increase the amount of money you have with some intelligent moves.
Yeah, I know. I heard, because I mean, from what I understood, that once I sell my wallet, I'm calling it a wallet. It's not a wallet. It's the key.
The only thing that makes sense to me now, listening to this guy, is like, maybe he has an old paper wallet or whatever, so maybe he doesn't really know. It's like, how the tech's really old and stuff. Some of these older Bitcoin wallets. Yeah, but it's very likely he was probably capping.
It's kind of like Alex Jones, right? Alex Jones got that paper wallet from Max Kaiser back in the day, and I don't know how many Bitcoin he gave him, but he gave him like 100 or something like that.
Right.
And Alex Jones is like, I lost it in a boating accident or whatever, you know. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, it's kind of believable, but.
So now we finished the fresh and fit stuff. Now I want to talk about some big Sonic news. So this is something that I've been hinting in the Citadel as well as in Crypto Mindset, the previous Crypto Mindset course, that I call him Winter Minute, has been dumping. But so here he elaborates kind of through innuendos in a way what's really going on Sonic right now. This is Daniele of Anon and a bunch of other projects.
This video because I had a little bit of a thought.
Wow, that's really low.
So I wanted to make a bullish case for Sonic because everybody says that I am very good at crime. So I'm thinking, what if I were actually a criminal market maker? What would I do? So as you can see, I have been dumping a lot of Sonic, the current market maker, and you all know who I'm talking about. And they have been selling and selling. And if I wanted to commit this kind of crime, what would I do? I would be shorting while I have supply, right? I have supply control. So I would be shorting the hell out of it, make the last squeeze of money. But here is the catch. Like, they have a loan that eventually they need to repay, and they need to repay it to Sonic. So they need to buy all those tokens back. And to be able to buy them, they need to long again, and they will long again eventually. And by longing, they need to buy spot. So they will try to make more money off of that too. So just so you know, expect the fucking giga pump of Sonic. And I don't tell you right now what to do, but think about it, because if you do it, you're gonna make it.
So
Daniele is good at what he does.
Oh no, he's very good. But he explained this. He has a really good explanation. Basically, Winter Minute is dumping Sonic in order to get cash, and they're shorting. They're obviously shorting as well, and then they're going to have to rebuy back the position to pay back that liquid Sonic back to the Sonic Foundation. So if they know they're going to pump it, they're going to long it as well. So the Sonic price might actually move pretty decent finally. And like, it's right now, Sonic's at 32 cents, where I kind of said it was going to be like that local ground of resistance and stuff.
Super cheap.
Super, super, super cheap. Thing about this, a thing about that, a thing about this, right? So very, 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 very good and stuff like that. So like that was one of the more interesting videos I've seen on Sonic in a while and stuff. It's kind of like we're pretty close. I mean, they're almost out of Sonic, so they're gonna have to reverse course long and start going.
Mm-hmm. And Winter Mute themselves is like what? How much Sonic do they have left in the wallet that they were selling from?
Less than $1 million. I mean, it's really not that much. Like,
and they had
I think they had
like
$13
tens
million.
of millions before, right? Or how much did they sell? I can't remember.
$13 or $14 million worth of Sonic. It's a lot.
Yeah. It's like 95% done with that. Yeah.
Yeah. The Genius Act passed. The stablecoin bill passed today.
Yeah, passed the Senate. I think it still has to go to the House and then the President for approval.
Oh, for signature. Yeah. That's good to know.
Where's let's see, how far are we from the daily close? Bitcoin, we're at $104,500 Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's sitting right on top of support, basically. I think tomorrow's Wednesday, right? So the second half of this week going into early next week, I think should be a pretty big we're gonna have a lot of volatility in the next week just with all the news of what's happening globally and everything. But I think in the next 1 week, if we see some momentum on Bitcoin to go touch like 108, 109,000, 110,000 on daily closes, if Bitcoin can manage that between now and next Tuesday, essentially, then we're in a pretty good spot. If Bitcoin starts breaking below 100 or 101,000 by next Tuesday, then that's a bit of a be extra cautious, essentially. But yeah, we'll kind of see, I think, the tipping point of how the war is going to affect, or how the threat of war is going to affect the crypto market.
Oh, that's right as well. So yeah, tomorrow that's correct, Fallout Zone. So yeah, so tomorrow is the official end of the season 1 of the Sonic airdrop. There's going to be 3 seasons. Now they said the payout won't happen for a few weeks, so it's going to happen during the cash out course. Look at that. Magic. Right? So 25% of it's going to be liquid. I mean, Sonic hits your wallet, very happy. The rest will be an NFT that you can buy or sell or just hold on to until it hits maturity at PaintSwap. So I imagine the PaintSwap volume is going to be beautiful. Beautiful. We're probably going to see a decent rally in 3 weeks on PaintSwap token, actually.
PaintSwap doesn't have a burn function, does it?
Yes, it does.
Oh, it does. Okay.
It does. It does now. Yeah, all the supply is out, so it's deflationary. Yep.
Oh, okay, but it does. But does it burn any supply?
Yes, it burns supply from transactions and stuff, and they also have
that's what I thought.
NFT generation. That also burns paint as well.
And that alone, I mean, that is, I mean, burn. I always love a token with a burn. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's 3 seasons, you guys. So they cut it down. So now there's 3 seasons, and they now the big difference. And we're going to talk about it in the course because I have all the notes on stuff on what's the next season is going to be at, and they kind of explain it in detail. But one of the big differences is that you no longer get points for just holding coins. You have to actually LP with them or lend them out to like Silo or Aave and stuff like that. But they've lowered the amount of the points that you just get for supplying and routing and stuff. You get more points for actually providing LP. Very good. So it's good. It's more good for holders. Long live goggles, basically. And yeah, we got the Fed meeting coming up tomorrow, you guys. More than likely, they're not going to cut. I believe the earliest cut would be the next one, which should be on the
July.
15th. Yeah, I'm trying to see let me see the
I got it somewhere. Let's see.
30th.
30th. Oh yeah, it's the 18th, which is tomorrow. And then yeah, you're right, the 30th of July.
Yeah, so the 30th and stuff like that. So it's gonna be pretty cool to see what's gonna happen with that. So like,
isn't whenever the rate cuts start again, isn't there usually a good dip from that?
Yeah, well, yes, there usually it's just because
like temporary, and then it always recovers usually.
You would think that lowering rates would be good. It is good, but what happens is there's people that are levered long on bonds that take losses. They have to sell equities off in order to cover up all the bond losses, which they're obviously because bonds don't pay out that much. They crank the leverage up by a lot. So equaling again. So anytime interest rates go down, right? So okay, as an example, as interest rates go down, the price of your bond goes up, right? When interest rates go up, the price of your bond goes down, basically, right? So people who are taking bets on either side, longing or shorting, take massive wins and massive losses. And because the market's been pretty stable, it's been most people have been earning money in one direction, so they're leveraged short or long. And then when the rates start going down, it's a massive hit, and they take a ton of losses.
And the reason why I mentioned that is because if you look at Bitcoin 60-day cycles, where would be the best place for a rate cut to have a temporary dump that wouldn't like overly hurt price? I would say that would be the July 30th one, because if it happened tomorrow, we're really in the very early stages of a 60-day cycle. That plus war, right, wouldn't be great. That might send us into like a sideways chop for like a month or so, versus if they did it at the end of July, right, that's literally at the very, very tail end of a 60-day cycle. So it might actually extend the cycle low timing a little bit, which would just make you any profits that you take from the course in July, let's say, it give you a little bit more time to reaccumulate for any stuff that you're doing swing trading on. Not necessarily the long-term holds for the rest of the year in the market, but for that stuff. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see kind of where it gets placed, but I'm praying for the end of July, because that short-term negative wouldn't be too much of a big impact. It'd actually be an opportunity. And then usually after that, right, then once that sell pressure is gone, prices bounce back really good. So that'd be really nice timing, but let's see what we get.
Definitely. Just to answer this again, you guys. So yeah, we're gonna have the meetup right now in about an hour or so. Because I think we will have to travel to the place, but like it won't take that long. And yeah, basically it's going to start around 7-ish around there. Obviously I know people trickling in. There's some guy that's been driving for like 3 hours already.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's got like 5 more hours to go from what I saw in the chat.
5? God
Yeah,
damn.
yeah. I was like, dog, you should have flew, dog. But
Take
I
a
understand
charter
wanting
plane or
your
something.
car. I understand you want, because once you leave the event, he's like, I think he said he wanted to go to Brickell and he wanted to check out downtown Miami. He's like, oh yeah, if you have your own car, that's fine. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, some people are driving, some people are just, we told people maybe like 5 days ago and kind of every day kind of like mentioning it. We mentioned in the chat and stuff. But yeah, if you're in the Florida area, come through. We're going to be out all night here and I think in the casino and stuff. And yeah, it's going to be some fun time and stuff. So about an hour and a half from now, we're all going to meet up. And yeah. When's the next meetup? We might actually do an official crypto mindset meetup sometime in September. We haven't decided just yet. We usually have already did our crypto mindset meetup earlier in the year in January, but depending on how things are going, we might end up doing one like a shorter version one for the.
If we get Ethereum at $10,000, I'm ready for one.
Yeah, we're ready. So where is it? Yes. So let's get some super chats in, man. So Brian with the $5 super chat, DCC, what do you think? Do you think the Coinbase wallet's safe to keep Bitcoin? Yeah, it's super safe, but it is a mobile wallet. There is a desktop version as well. If you can connect it to your Trezor, that'd be really good. But as long as you practice very safe password management, as well as like whatever device you're using for crypto, you're not using it for anything else, as well as like you're just keeping it at home and you're not connecting it to like public Wi-Fi, it's very safe. Old redneck. $5 super chat. If Iran in the United States, so if Iran and the U.S. and Israel go to war, is the bull run over? U.S. Is U.S. likely to?
So me and Miguel were kind of talking about this yesterday when we were behind the scenes in Fresh and Fit and stuff. And the biggest thing for me is like if China gets involved, right? And then like less than 10 minutes after I say that shit, Miguel's like, oh, look on Twitter, all Chinese citizens and Russian citizens are ordered to leave, Tel Aviv. It's like, oh, Jesus. So like, I mean, yeah, that's why I said like the next 1 week, I think is going to be pretty pivotal, because if you look at all of the different skirmishes and wars and whatever conflicts we've had, since the Ukraine Russian stuff that started, almost all of them have gotten like de-escalated within a week or two.
Right.
And then they start going towards like a resolution of some sort. I mean, Pakistan, India was the most recent example. So I would expect if they're going to, have peace talks or, kind of bring down tensions, it would happen within the next week. If it doesn't happen, if they ramp it up in China and Russia, basically start bringing in military stuff, like, yeah, that's not going to affect markets very well,
Exactly. So it's no bueno. Now I think what's going to like, so let's wait for this afternoon, because Trump's going to do like a talk to the nation about what they're planning to do with like Iran. It's going to be really, really interesting. I think we're mostly staying out of it. It looks like we're staying out of it, but Israel could false flag. Like one thing I got scared about it, they sent a really old carrier that's about to be retired. They sent it down there near, in the Gulf. And what if magically it gets sunk? Weird. And Israel has done this in the past.
Yeah.
So I hope not, but price prediction for Deep, Charlie.
So what I've been saying for Deep essentially is because I could look at like next fib levels and next target prices that it can go to after it hits new all-time highs and stuff like that. But the easiest way to look at Deep, I think, and this happens for a lot of coins that are like major coins, in L1 ecosystems, which is it's going to be a leverage play on SUI, right? So as long as SUI is having good momentum, Deep's going to probably follow suit, and it'll probably do more X's than SUI. No guarantee that it does, but it's shown that it has the propensity to do that so far. So that's what I expect. So if I expect SUI to do on average 10x for the rest of this cycle, then I would say Deep has potential for 15 to 30x from current prices. Potential, right? Not saying that that's going to happen, because here's the thing, right? If there's a project in its very first cycle, you can try to guess, okay, where could price go based on tokenomics and all sorts of different factors. But again, there are so many different factors involved at this stage that it would be a little bit of a pin the tail on the donkey type scenario, more than an accurate one. So I would wait until you get, SUI going towards $10, and then the price pattern will probably be a lot more clear for deep to, kind of get different targets. But up is the answer. Long story short.
Beautiful. Kamal with the €6 would supporting guys considered. Well, would you guys consider doing a Cinco de Mayo kind of stream if ETH hits 10K? Sure.
Hell yeah.
That would also shut up a lot of haters. If I get $27,000 on Ethereum, Charlie, I am going to be the most obnoxious. I told you so. Dude, I am ready. I'm literally gonna do a whole live stream. Just go back to that reel, that short I did, and just start shitting on mother. I'm gonna comment on every fucking comment in that motherfucker. I think there's like 800 comments on that video. I mean, I'm not even joking out. It's ridiculous. Some people are like, oh, I could see, it's possible. Most people are a lot of them are just very casual people. They don't understand what a cycle is. The cycle is not over. They think it's like, hey, Miguel, it's been a year. Dog, the cycle is not over.
Yeah. Well, and they don't understand how much parabolic growth can happen in a short time period in crypto. If you want to know that potential, just go look at Hex in the year of 2021. Where was it in January? And then where did it end in September? How many months is that? And how many X's did it do? Like, that's all you need to know for the potential of a coin. Or go back to the Corona crash in March of 2020. Look at Cardano, which had already been around for a couple cycles. And then you go and look at it a year later on price, or a year, maybe 14 months later, and it had done 100X from trough to peak, right? Like, and that's over about 12 to 14 months. So anywhere between 9 to 12 or 15 months or something like that. Like, worlds can change in crypto massively.
Yeah. Hex 555 dollars. Let's say you were super brokey that just woke up and you had $500 to $1,000 to invest. I'm guessing a month, right? What would you do right now? 500 into Sonic, and then I put like 500 into Solana meme coins probably, or something like that, or going to Sui.
You have to go high risk for sure.
I've got to go high risk, yeah. At this point, but if I know what I know now, that's what I would do, because I know I'd be able to finagle it eventually to go up.
Well,
but
that's what I'm saying is, like, the half that you put in Sonic is kind of like it's a good, low risk but high reward type, and then you got your Solana meme coins, which would be the high risk, high reward type moves, right? That you can compound, and also maybe a little Pulse X would be nice.
Exactly, and stuff like that. And then I'd be like, I go to my mama, can I borrow 20 grand? Mom, I need 20 grand. Grab my purse.
Take a loan on the kidney. Come on.
Take a loan on the kidney. Ma'am.
You get liquidated, you have to give the kidney. If you don't get liquidated, you actually get a kidney to sell on the black market.
No, I'd probably take a personal loan. I'd take like a $10,000 personal loan. I ain't missing this bull run. Fuck man. If I just know what I know now, I woke up and I was broke. I broke. I'm getting a loan, and I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit somehow. But I'll make it back. Worst case, I'll probably only make a few, maybe 100 grand or a few 100,000. But then by 27, I'll buy the bottom, and then by 28, I should be at $300,000 to $400,000, and then by the end of the cycle, I should touch $1 million again. So I am canoeing my way out of this.
Yeah, exactly. And it's what do you call it? I would say from just $1,000 to $1 million. I would say a 6-year strategy for that in crypto is doable. It's not like it would be absolutely attained, but it's you reach for the stars and you land on the moon, right? Or whatever the fucking phrase is. So yeah.
Yeah, because if I could get 10K, then from there I'm able to put 1,000 a month, working and stuff. Or I find more ways to make money, and then I just try my best. Basically, I basically would be able to get 15 grand into the into my portfolio, and then
it just gives you extra motivation. That's what we were saying on Fresh and Fit as well. It's you guys don't. I mean, anybody who hasn't made a good bag in crypto before doesn't realize how motivating it is, right? Because it's also when you start your own business, you tend to work more than you ever would in a company, and you get tired and whatever, but it's you do it because you're the sole, well, not the sole, but like you're the main beneficiary of all of your actions, right? Versus in a company, so many of your actions go to waste to enrich other people. It's the same with crypto. When you make money in crypto, right? You could argue that you're enriching other people in crypto to some extent, but not really, especially if you're coming in with just a pittance. But like, what you will do is you will be in control of your own money. You will have the financial power. And then over time, like Miguel is saying here, and you stack in the Citadel, right? Then you will have control of your financial future, which, to get out of the bucket as a crab, it takes a lot of work. But it's doable. And that's the whole purpose of why we have the Citadel and the crypto mindset course for you guys, is to do that over several cycles, not just one cycle. I think that was the only thing that Gigi, I was trying to explain to him during the 305 podcast. I was like, the only thing he was like, oh, it's not just a quick get rich quick scheme. I could start seeing the wheels turning in his head, about that, because he's so focused on, next year being a bad year for crypto. I'm like, bro, but you can use that to your advantage,
Right. No, exactly. We have Zach here with, hey, DCC, I have $22,000 in PulseX, very nice. $32,000 in PHEX. How much you think if I ride this out correctly? Not a lackluster performance, but like, it's kind of like best work. Kind of worst case would be like, you basically make $100,000 on each, right? On this money, like, PulseX pumps, you start taking profits. Like 5x would be a very, very, very kind of bad return, but like with PulseX from here was basically getting above SAC and a little above that. I think that's going to happen before the end of the cycle, whether it's in 26 or 25. But obviously, it can go really high. If we get anywhere close to a tenth of a penny, that's $800,000 right there, which is really good. And PHEX just getting even to 20 cents, right? You're talking about $400,000 just on the PHEX side, just on 20 cents. So it's a lot of cash. It's a lot of money. Obviously, we have to get to those prices, and this next time, if let's just say the big difference is this time when Pulse Chain really pumps up to above SAC. Like last time, it went up to 200 and some change on the last. So it kind of went 340, then it dumped down, and then it repump up to like 200 and some change. This time, PulseX is going to be right behind it instead of being way behind it. Like there's still tons of people offloading supply of PulseX. Basically, everyone who went and did PulseX already dumped up PulseX, and now it's becoming very rare and it's becoming expensive. That's why, like, it's almost 1-for-1 with Pulse Chain now. Seriously, so like, you can make quite a bit and stuff like that, but like there's just different numbers. If like as an example, like I'm not trying to smoke up your ass. Someone asked me, Pete, especially when Pulse Chain first came out, people were always asking me, "What's the highest possible price?" You know how like Hex hit 10,000x, hit 56 cents. What's our 10,000x for Pulse Chain? Well, honestly, I kind of did the math, and I did also. It's probably just 1,000x because supply is very liquid. It can catch a wave. It can become very overbought from exchange listings, Richard streaming. So basically, if everything goes right, 3 cents. Do you know how much money that is? That's a lot. That's $2.4 million. No,
so
20. What's 24? It's $24 million. It's like so crazy. I think every billion at a penny is $10 million.
So which yacht are we getting, Miguel? Which yacht?
Well, I want kind of a pimped out. I want a giant military kind of cargo plane, except it's all retrofitted and like soundproofed. So like I take my car anywhere I want, and then it's like I got a streaming studio. It's hella legit, lounge area, like really cool.
Have you ever seen those like Saudi jets that have like gold toilets and fucking like suites in them and different things? They're like the jumbo jets that they just turned into like a luxury plane. Like, dude, like that'd be crazy. But like obviously, you have to get much more than that. But
you have to understand, this was with everything going completely right. Like if I were to be more bearish, a tenth of a penny, which is still $1 million per billion, which is a lot of money. That would put your stack at $800,000. That's the tippy top if you sold what you want. You're not going to sell it. That's not going to. You could get lucky. Actually, you might actually get lucky, but you would like usually get lucky with 1 or 2 coins in the portfolio, and then the ones you kind of like get close but no cigar, or you just miss it completely, right? Like,
yeah, if you didn't take the take profits course, you miss it completely. If you took the take profits course, you have a chance, and then if you're really paying hyper attention,
are you saying I have a chance, Charlie?
Yeah. Yeah. And if you pay hyper attention like we are, you can sell the top on the day. So, hey, you know.
Moon in July, yeah. I think as long as some of these geopolitical things are out of here, yeah. It'd be very interesting. Imagine if they cut tomorrow. That'd be so crazy. I would love it, but like I doubt it. You know, I doubt
it'd be interesting.
Yeah. Pulsing in here. Do you hold any ADA? I think I still have a little bit of ADA. I do.
I still have a decent chunk of ADA as well. It's shit tech, but it always pumps.
It always pumps as, and you know, he's kind of getting closer into the government and stuff, and they're gonna allow it, you know, it to do okay.
Yeah, my price prediction to that is like, you know, $5 to $10 is a reasonable target that ADA could hit. Not saying it's gonna hit those targets, but it could hit.
Yeah, the short cuts could pull everything back for a little bit. Yeah, they've cut back things for like 3-4 days, and then we just start launching from there because now we're now in the age or the era of easing.
I would say only if Bitcoin were to hold above 100K and the geopolitical stuff starts going away in terms of Iran. So if those two things happen, then I would say yeah. Otherwise, like, because there are certain parts, certain times in the cycle where you kind of can cuck out, you know, the chart for about, you know, 30 days. So like if Bitcoin were to go back to like, let's say 95, 96K, that would just make it limp along probably in the 90s until the end of July. And then from that point, right, that's where we'd start kind of getting really, really bullish again. So it could delay things a little bit possibly, but personally, I don't think that's going to be the case, but we'll see.
So yeah, you guys, man, obviously join through the course, you guys. We're going to get ready to meet everyone downstairs or down there at the fucking casino and stuff like that. And yeah, man, any last words, Charlie? I know we're going to be streaming tomorrow as well. It's going to be really fun. And then we're going to be doing interviews. We got some Castle Club premium stuff we're going to be doing with the guys. We got a grip of interviews we're going to be doing too. I think we're going to be traveling tomorrow, right? Or something. We're going to be traveling and stuff.
Yeah. We'll be moving around tomorrow. But here's the thing, like no matter what we're doing, we're always going to, at least get one stream in on either DCC's channel or my channel.
Right.
So tomorrow it'd be on my channel at some point. We're going to try to do both on a few days as well, so that we can really get you guys a lot of information here before the course enrollment ends on Monday. And that means we're going to be streaming all through the weekend, you know, through the week. We're going to be on different podcasts. Like when we come to Miami, we're hella focused, you know, on working with Fresh and Fit, working with the GG and the 305 podcast with Fresh too, and everybody, because I mean, we have really good relationships with them, and I think it does help get new people into crypto in a broader sense. But we're gonna be back focused on our channels, focused on getting you guys a lot more content here in the next few days. So look out for that. Just jump in the streams and have a good time while we're doing these, because we're going to be off of YouTube for at least an entire month, right? And so when everything's going crazy in July and, you know, we're all partying, having a good time, the Crypto Mindset course, be crickets on YouTube. So if you're not going to get in the Crypto Mindset course, enjoy the content while you can. If you're going to get in the Crypto Mindset course, enjoy the content so that you can be prepared for the information that we're going to give during the webinars. So long story short, watch the
Exactly, you guys. Lock in or clock in.
Exactly.
Choose. So with that, man, thank you so much, man. Peace.
Look, Clarence, mate, it doesn't matter how many times we get beat down. What matters is that we get the fuck up and we keep fucking trying. You're right, Donny. Now, who the fuck are you, mate? I'm Clarence Claymore. Who the fuck are you, mate? I'm Clarence Claymore. Say it with your fucking chest. I'm Clarence Claymore. Show me what you got, mate. Take that. Fucking touch me, cunt. Fuck, mate. We got a lot of work to do.